Ladies and fictional men, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Kit. Do you like my mic? It's a small mic attached to a little feather pen. Originally, this video was actually going to be a book sleepover where you guys just stay with me while I read a book or whatever. However, I'm getting rid of some of my books, even though my last video was me counting all the books I own, which I have 300. But since I'm getting rid of a bunch of books, I wanted to make a video on it. The first book I'm going to talk about is actually the book I am currently reading, which, surprisingly, is a non-fiction, and That's Another Story by Julie Walters. So it is her autobiography, which kind of stems from her childhood all the way up to her adulthood, and I believe part of her career as well. I'm still at the very beginning. I'm only 43 pages in and I'm on chapter 3. There's been a couple of instances where she has written something that I don't particularly like. If you go into this book, warning, rape, the word rape is used, and also someone she knew was assaulted and she was a witness to it. So she kind of talks about it, but it happened when she was a child, so she didn't really understand what it was. So that is also mentioned, and that's a warning if you ever go into this book, whereas when she uses the word rape, she kind of uses it. I want to apologise for the noise in the background. I currently live at home with my mum, and she's hoovering, and I don't know when the hoover will be done. So I will just try and speak louder. I'm not even 100% sure if this mic even works. I've decided that once I finish reading it, I'm just gonna get rid of it. So what I do is, when I don't want a book anymore, I would donate it to a charity shop, because that's just the easiest thing for me. Because while I have Kiku, and I do intend on selling the books I don't want there, I don't have the means or the stuff to sell physical products, which is why all my products on there are digital at the moment. Anyway, let's just get into it. The first book I'm going to be talking about is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Other Stories by Robert Louis Stevenson. I read this last year. I did not enjoy it. I believe it actually put me into a wee bit of a slump. And I remember my review saying something along the lines of, the bit at the end, after the story, I was like, why is that better than the actual story itself? Because this book and the whole tale of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde has always intrigued me, because I've always been intrigued by the taboo and the macabre and just classics in general. And I mean, my favourite classic is Frankenstein. So you would think I would enjoy this one, but I didn't. And I've watched many bits of media where there is a character that is very obviously based on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. For example, something I was obsessed with, which I have made a video on before, was Monster High, and there's a character who, I think it's Jackson Jekyll and Holt Hyde. Next book is one, again, that I read last year. I believe I read this one in December. This is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Tanton. It is tabbed, however, I really didn't like this book. I remember afterwards I was, again, in a wee bit of a slump. I just thought this book was going to be something completely different, and the whole premise really intrigued me. So it follows this guy who goes to sleep and is in the body of someone, and every time he goes to sleep, he's in the body, and when he wakes up, he's in the body of someone else. And he essentially has to solve the murder of Evelyn Hardcastle before his time is up, because he only can do it in like a week, so 7 days. Because after that, he will die, essentially. I'm trying to describe it without spoiling it, and I felt like this book could not make up its mind on what genre it was. So at some point it was a mystery, at some points it was a thriller, and then it just ended with a romance. And yeah, it just wasn't good. And then the next book is actually a 5-star read, and it's Novels Don't Apply by Kate Atkinson, and it's just a short story collection by her, and I thought it was very, very beautiful. However, I know I'm not going to pick it up again, and as much as I love the cover, I'm not the sort of reader that will have her books facing out like this. So if the cover's on display, I tend to display all my books like this. So all you see is the spine. So there is really no point in me keeping this. As much as I enjoy it, someone else will probably like it as well. And again, I will donate it, which means I have to detab everything, because where I volunteer, I'm the person that does the books, which means it's my job to untab every single book I read. Next book I read, please do not hate me, because this book is very popular and you can see a tiny bit of it. Once Upon a Time by Stephanie Garber. I believe I rated it 3 stars, that's my tabs. I had high expectations of this book because of how well loved it was, and I just didn't enjoy it, and like, I'm not going to continue the series, yeah, it just wasn't good. Next books I'm getting rid of are both by Elena Armas, for Spanish Love, Deception and For Fiancé Dilemma, and that is because as much as I love for Spanish Love, Deception, it was very 2020 reading, like when I first deleted all of my old videos and just turned this video into a book channel. And this one I read last year and I did enjoy it. For one thing, I found a bit meh, which is a personal thing. The guy's name is Matthew, and I have this so one of my nephews is called Matthew, and there's also smart in this book. I don't like reading books, and I didn't know when I got this. I don't like reading books where someone in it has this, like one of the love interests, has the same name as a family member that I'm close to. It just feels very, very icky to me. So yeah, I did enjoy it. I mean, look how tabbed it is. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of both of these. And now onto my other series. Actually, I'm not sure if that's a series, you can see the cover. And that is for Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Helm Blake. I'm not sure what series this is. I love Delilah Green Doesn't Care. The whole series, I can't remember if I call it a 5-star series or not. Then I also have Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, which I like. It's a queer trilogy and it's essentially a friendship group. So it's Delilah Green, then her stepsister Claire, Astrid, and then it's Astrid's best friend, or one of them, in Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. So it's Iris Kelly, who's Astrid's best friend, and then her other best friend, is she called Claire? That's who Claire is. Her other best friend, Claire, is the one that gets with Delilah Green. Next book, I feel like this is also going to shock you because I did really enjoy this book, and that is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I believe this is part of a series. I could be wrong. I'm not going to continue it. It's tabbed like crazy, and I did really enjoy it. I'm just not going to read it again, and yeah, I think from now on, even if something, maybe if it's a collection, it can say it unless I hate it. I'm looking at my Disney Twisted Tales right now, and I love collecting them, so I think they can stay. I'm looking at my series shelf. This I'm getting rid of, and then for the last book I'm getting rid of, I can't even remember if I've read it or not. I think I have, but I just never pick it up. Oh jeez, why does this feel heavy? I think I have read it. I cannot remember. Anyway, I'm getting rid of Ghost Stories, Chilling Supernatural Tales. I think I read it a while ago. I remember reading it, but at the same time I can't. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get rid of more books as I read them. I'm looking at my shelves and I have one empty shelf. However, in my other shelf, I would like to get rid of one more book, because I have one book which I'm not putting on an empty shelf by itself, because that's just silly. Put it on top and I hate it, and I want that to fit in there. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below what videos you want me to do, questions, and then I'll happily do a Q&A video, Also give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and press the subscribe button and the notification button so then you get a notification every single time I upload a brand new video. And I shall see you in my next one.